Hi there. So, one of the most common questions I get asked is how you can land a job in the UK when you're in your own home country. And very often, those questions are for the banking sector or the financial sector. Because, like with legal jobs or teaching jobs, banking jobs usually have qualifications that are limited to your home country, which means that the certifications you have are not really valid outside your home country. And that can be really tricky. And apart from that, unlike with tech jobs, there aren't too many banking opportunities which offer visa sponsorship. So, how then can you get a job in banking or in finance in the UK? And can you even get a job from a different country at all? Well, that's what we're talking about today. And if you want to know how to land that job, watch all the way till the end. Hi, I'm Ashika, and on this channel, we talk about moving to the UK. Now, whether you're an individual working professional, or you're a dependent, or you're a student, we talk about it all. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, now is the time to do it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on the bell icon for notifications. So let's start off with the juicy stuff. How much can you stand to make in the UK if you're working in a banking job or in the financial industry? So the numbers vary a lot, but what I've most consistently seen is an average pay of about £50,000 a year. But what you also know is that the pay usually changes based on the locations and the qualifications you have. So if you'd like to know more, I'm adding a link in the description box below. You can do some digging by yourself, see which roles have an average pay of how much, which locations pay how much, all of the details. What you can also do is see the average pay of some of the top banking companies in the UK. So if you want to work in the UK, you have two options. Now, either you can work for a British or an international bank in the UK, or you can consider working for a national bank, whichever country you're from, a bank from that country which has branches in the UK. Some of the biggest British or global banks in the UK are HSBC, the Royal Bank of Scotland, Lloyds Bank, Halifax, the Bank of Scotland, Barclays, and Santander. And apart from that, there's also the options of your local banks. So I'm Indian, and there are a bunch of Indian banks over here in the UK. I remember the first time we went to Harrow, we were going there to open an HSBC account, and we saw ICICI, and oh my god, we were so excited. Of course, since then we've seen a bunch of Indian banks all over the place, and it's really great that you can go rush there in case of any emergency, but you can also apply for jobs out there. So some of the Indian banks in the UK are the State Bank of India, Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, Punjab National Bank, ICICI, and Axis Bank. Now, here's the thing. Ever since a lot of you started asking me about banking jobs in the UK, I started doing a little digging around and looking for actual banking jobs in the UK which offered visa sponsorship. And this is what I stumbled upon. Unfortunately, there are extremely few banks that offer visa sponsorship, or very few banks that have put up openings of late that offer visa sponsorship to people from other countries. So, does this mean you can't get a job in banking? Of course not. It just means you need to look at things from a different perspective. Now, one of the ways in which you can land a job is to look for licensed sponsors. Licensed sponsors are typically people who are allowed to offer you visa sponsorship in the UK. If you don't know how to do this, all you need to do is head over to this link. It's uktiersponsors.co.uk and filter for insurance and banking. Let's try for Barclays. As you can see, they have a license to sponsor visas for both skilled workers and intra-company transfers. So one way to get a job would be to either respond to an opening that Barclays or any other bank puts up. The other way to do it is go through this list, look for the list of licensed sponsors in the banking industry, and actually look for recruiters from these companies on LinkedIn. And if you're a hustler, drop them a message, drop them an email, use the LinkedIn trial version, drop them a message. Let them know that you have the qualifications, let them know that you are interested in applying for a job, let them know that you're looking for visa sponsorship. The reason I bring this up is that like I said, in order for a company to offer you a visa sponsorship, it has to be a licensed sponsor. So even if you really like a bank, if it does not have this license, there's honestly no point in you applying to them, because they can't really offer you a visa to work in the UK. And here's the other thing. Even if they are licensed sponsors, it isn't necessary that they will want to hire you, because sponsorship comes with a huge cost, and it also involves a lot of paperwork, which honestly they'd like to avoid. So if they find a candidate with a similar profile here, they're probably going to consider going for that candidate. So when you apply for these jobs or when you write to these recruiters, you need to ensure that your profile stands out in whatever manner possible. That's the only way you're going to land your foot in the door. If you look like every other employee over here, they're not going to make the effort. Now, another way to land a job in the banking sector over here is to get a transfer from whichever country you are in. Like I said, there are a lot of banks here which are not British banks. So they could be Indian banks or banks from whichever country you're from. What you can do is, if you have a job in that bank already, you can ask for a transfer, or you can get a job in that bank in your own country and eventually ask for a transfer, as long as they have the license to sponsor an ICT visa or an intra-company transfer visa. The next thing you can do is come to the UK as a dependent, and once you're here as a dependent, you can easily apply for a banking job because you'll already have a visa to work over here in the UK. So you can apply for any banking job. It'll be really, really easy for you to get it. And the fourth way is for you to come as a student to the UK, do a banking course or some other course that you're interested in, and then start applying for jobs to work in the UK. It'll just make it a lot easier for you. Now, if you're coming from India or from any other country outside the UK, you know that the financial qualifications you have may or may not be accepted in the UK. So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you which qualifications would be great for you to have as a part of your profile. If you're looking at risk management, there's FRM. If you're looking at accounting, there's ACCA and CIMA. If you're looking at KYC or anti-money laundering, there's ACAMS or ICA. Now, before I leave you, let me leave you with an important piece of information. I happened to see an opening and it was posted a little while ago, so I'm not really sure if they're still recruiting or not. But here's the thing. Even if they're not recruiting for this role right now, I still very strongly urge that you apply for the role and talk to the consultants, see if they have any more openings, ask which company it was for, and then you can contact this company because you now know that they offer visa sponsorship. It's the role for an audit manager at one of the big four in London. All the details are here. All you need to do is apply. Now, if you're going to want to land that role, you are going to need an absolutely killer CV to get your foot in the door. If you need help with that, all you need to do is watch this video.